So what is the Tranzact card? Well, it's actually a positive social impact approach to banking. We have a banking platform that provides services for everyone. You get, first off, you get a private secure banking platform. You get FDIC insured checking account up to $250,000 per account. And you get a Visa bank card. What's that? Well, it's a debit card. You see it right there. It's no different. You probably have one or two or maybe even three in your wallet or your purse right now. I've got one with Chase. I've got one with PNC. Those are both business accounts. And I've also got one that's with Stockyards Bank and Trust, a local bank here in my community, because I love to support local businesses as well. And so it's very powerful. And there you see, you just log into your account and you can see you have purchases, you got deposits where you put money in, you got purchases where money comes out. No different, but you'll see those little green lines underneath that. I'm going to come back to that in a few minutes because that's the difference. See, the card you have in your wallet or purse right now, and this card right here that we're showing you, physically, piece of plastic, it's got a chip you can either tap or insert, and it's got a magnetic strip on the back that you can swipe. No different physically. Where the difference comes in is the technology that underlies this card, because the other ones, you just go spend and make purchases of things you need to purchase. On this one, it's going to maximize your spending power and your savings. Very powerful. So the key to it, it all starts with the fact of your buying power, what you have the ability to purchase on a month-to-month basis going forward. Because literally, for every dollar you spend going through this account, we're going to give you one Z-Buck, and one Z-Buck equals $1. See, right now, if you're using debit cards, you get zero rewards, nothing, because there are no rewards for debit cards. And even if you're using one of the best credit cards out there, you get points, and points are pennies on the dollar. I mean, you might, if you got 5%, that means you spend $1,000, you got $50. We're talking about dollar for dollar. You spend $1,000 here, you're going to have access to $1,000. And what do you get to do with that? Well, you're going to have all kinds of products and services that become now significantly more affordable for you because you have the Z-Bucks. Why? Because you use your Tranzact card that's tied to this Venmo account. Really, really powerful. So let's dive in and talk about how this works. So first off, Z-Bucks. Every time you use this card, whether it's in person or online, whether you swipe it, tap it, or insert it, or you just go online and enter it, you use the number that's on this card just like you do every day anyways with debit cards and credit cards now, and you're going to get a one-for-one reward. So if you put $70 gas in your car, guess what? You're going to get $70 in Z-Bucks. And you're going to be able to turn around literally on the spot. As soon as that credit hits your account, you can literally go in and you can start making purchase of everyday items, luxury items. I mean, even vacation packages and stuff is going to be available. It's really pretty amazing to see how this works. And then let me give you a couple of examples. So, because people say, well, how does this work? So here you go. By doubling your buying power with you using the Tranzact card instead of your current debit card or even a credit card. So let's say you're going to buy a pair of shoes. You name the brand. I don't care if it's Adidas, Nike, any other brand. What you'll find if you go online, if you look, let's say at, let's say Foot Locker online, Foot Locker in the store. If you look at Dick's Sporting Goods, Academy Sporting Goods, Jim's running shoes, you know, whatever, wherever you look online, you'll find that this shoe, it's a comparable shoe. It's got to be the exact same shoe. You'll find that it sells for $100 no matter where you go. Now, somebody might have it on sale for $90 or $80, but generally, not counting sales, it's going to be $100. Well, guess what? Inside of our members only merchant account, you're going to have this shoe for $100 as well. So there's no markup, markdown. There's no funny business, exact same competitive retail price. The only difference when you get to checkout, well, instead of paying $100, you're going to pay $50 because you can apply 50 Z-Bucks. Where did those come from? Well, guess what? Didn't you put $70 gas in your car yesterday? You sure did. So it could have come from groceries. It could have come from eating out. It could have come from going to Starbucks. It could have come from going to a sporting event, buying tickets for a concert. Who knows what you did? Maybe you paid a cell phone bill. You paid rent. You paid mortgage. You paid a utility bill. You could have done anything if you did it through your debit card on your Tranzact card through the account, your Venmo account. You're getting dollar for dollar. So those shoes cost you $50 instead of $100. Now they listed for $100 because you had the value of the Z-Bucks. $50 allowed, it cost you $50. Now, what else happened? Well, you paid $50, right, in cash. So you got 50 more Z-Bucks because you use your Tranzact card. See how that works? It's like a perpetual building of this value in these Z-Bucks. Now, a camper trailer, you're not going to buy those many times in life. Matter of fact, it might only be once, maybe twice. Some people buy more than two over time. But let's say you're going to go and get this one right here, $75,000. If you go to 100 different camper stores, on average, it's going to be a $75,000 camper. We're going to have access to it for you too. Exact same camper, nothing different. The only difference is when you go to purchase it, well, instead of $75,000, you'll pay $50,000. And instead of $25,000 being saved, you get that, but you also get, guess what? another 50,000 Z-Bucks because you paid with your Tranzact card. So you saved $25,000. Where did those come from? Oh, well, the addition of these accumulation of all these Z-Bucks from all these purchases you made. And then let's look at something people use every day if they have a young child, diapers. So you go for this competitive retail price diapers, $53 for a package of them. When you get to checkout, guess what you do? You pay $21 in cash because you apply $32 in Z-Bucks. We're talking about popular brands every day, luxury items, all kinds of things from high price to low price and everywhere in between. Literally almost anything you can want. Now, here's where a lot of people say, okay, sounds great, but I'm sure you probably have off brands or things that people really don't want or really a lot of cheap stuff. No, actually not. Here's some of the brands that are going to be in there to start. When we turn this on to beginning in November, you literally going to have access to all these brands, and we're contracting with more right now. Every name that's on here, we're already contracted with. Have you ever heard of Ray-Ban sunglasses? What about Adidas shoes, Ralph Lauren, Rolex, GoPro, Black & Decker tools, Napa Auto Parts, Energizer batteries, Samsung TVs? Look at the ones behind it as well. You know, ever heard of Coleman? Ever heard of Giorgio Armani? Heard of Prada, Reebok, Calvin Klein, Dolce & Gabbana, Boss? I mean, Dell Computers. It just goes on and on and on, guys. You know, you can literally get anything you want. We'll have 25 million SKUs when we turn this on the beginning of November. And you're going to be able to go in there and use your Z-Bucks to purchase things you purchase anyways. Just you're going to save a lot over what you would have spent. And then remember that retail price. Well, guess what? Those shoes that were $50, you use $50 off the $100 price, but you paid 50, you got 50 more Z-Bucks. So you're perpetually filling your rewards with the Z-Bucks. And that's what's beautiful about this. Now, those accumulate and they never expire. So it's points that you just keep building. The more you use it, the more points you get. Really a beautiful thing. Also, on top of that, flash sales. For those that are savvy, you're going to see these things pop up. Literally, we just started our friends and family portion a few weeks ago. And so we just started having these, but they pop up in there and you can go in there and literally, if you see something you want, what do? You buy it. When you put it in your cart, when you go to checkout, though, the only difference is you use 100% of your Z-Bucks. So you don't pay anything for the item, just the shipping and handling to get it to you. I mean, how beautiful is that? We've already had people that have gone on there and they said, hey, I bought these Beats earbuds. I bought these bracelets. I bought these backpacks. I bought these computer bags, these gym bags. I bought this Bose speaker system, all kinds of things already going through this as we're testing it and bringing it up to speed, but it's live. It's working. You can use your Z-Bucks right now. What most people are doing is accumulating the Z-Bucks for later on. And that's what's so powerful about it. So, you know, you see something in there, you think, hey, who would that be a great birthday present for? Who would that be a great holiday or Christmas present for? What a lot of people are already doing is they're accumulating their Z-Bucks while we go towards opening the store in November, but they're checking the flash sales and they're saying, hey, I can get something in here for basically shipping and handling. I'm going to start stocking up on presents for the future. I mean, it's just being smart with your money. And for the first time now, you have the ability to financially manage and create momentum with your money. It's really, really powerful thing. Now, on top of that, this is the one that excites me the most. How about you? Do you want to travel more? Do you feel like you need to travel more? That's me. I feel like I've got to travel more. I love to see the world. And there's so much I haven't seen yet. And it's expensive to travel. Make no mistake about it. But what if you could reduce the price or in some cases, even flash sales? What if you could get the entire trip minus your transportation for free? Well, matter of fact, one of our first flash sales coming up for cruising is going to be on Norwegian Cruise Lines. And it's one of their top of the line ships. Their smaller rooms, the smaller suites are $650 for a 7-day, 6-night. The largest one on the ship, they got a couple of them, 2 or 3, I think, is $18,000. So literally you can travel at any level you want, any style you want, and you're paying for it out of your rewards from doing your normal, everyday, all week, all month long shopping. I mean, how beautiful is this to literally double your spending power just by changing the little piece of plastic that you use?